Tim Conway and wife of 35 years were a match made in heaven. Charlene became leveler for the actor's life. Tim Conway and Charlene Beatty were married for 36 years. Beatty was described as his leveler and the person that kept him honest. The couple blended their families so easily that it was no doubt that they were a match made in heaven. But their love story started on a very platonic but exciting note. Tim Conway was one of the most respected comedians. He got his first big break from the Carol Burnett Show, which ran for 11 years. However, someone who had a front row of Conway's funny character was his wife of 35 years, Charlene Fusco Del Sardo Beatty. The couple was two peas in a pod that couldn't get enough of each other. But the kind of love they shared didn't come easy. Conway, it took one divorce, and for Beatty, it took two. Conway's memoir, What's Funny? My Hilarious Life, written by Conway and Jane Scovell, described Conway and Beatty as a match made in heaven. Beatty was in tune with her husband and adored how funny yet humble he was. Scovell wrote that Beatty was Conway's leveler and the person that kept his mind straight and honest. Scovell said that Beatty's presence in Conway's life changed it in many ways, and the comedian also gave his wife credit for reaching some of his career milestones. Tim Conway and Charlene Beatty seamlessly blended their families. Conway met the love of his life when his marriage with Mary Ann Dalton ended. The former couple had 6 children together. On the other side, Beatty was married to Roger Beatty, and they had one daughter, Jackie, born in 1974. Before Conway was with his second wife, his memoir stated that he was closely acquainted with her husband, Roger, because he directed most episodes of The Tim Conway Show and was a writer for the show. For many years, Conway and Beatty were part of each other's lives, but never in a romantic way. While Beatty was pregnant with her daughter, she went to Australia with the comedian and his partner Harvey Korman for the Carol Burnett Show. According to the book, What's Funny? My Hilarious Life, Beatty said it was the best part of her pregnancy because she spent most of it laughing. However, it was still a while before the two got together. Roger was the director of the stand-up special, Tim Conway and Harvey Korman together again, and became the road manager and production manager. On this tour, Roger extended his road stuff and included his daughter Jackie, who started developing an interest in show business. The comedian wrote that it was unbelievable how he and Beatty led different lives but were always around one another. However, when the Carol Burnett Show ended, Conway said his marriage with Dalton started crumbling and they were divorced by 1978. After his separation from his first wife, Conway tied the knot with Beatty in 1984 and said Jackie did not only become part of his home but his heart. Conway and his ex-wife remained close because of their dedication and love for their children. Beatty also showed the same determination to create a healthy environment for the children. After Conway and Beatty married, he automatically started referring to himself as a father of 7. In an interview with Us magazine, the actor said, "I have 7 children, 2 grandchildren, and a puppy." As the comedian that he was, Conway joked about his long-term marriage and said, "I've been married since 1984, a record for Hollywood. I don't have a serious thought in my head." Conway and Beatty built a beautiful life together, and in the long run, the strength of their marriage influenced Conway's career in many ways. While receiving one of his many awards, Conway confessed that he would not be standing proud with the award if it wasn't for his wife. He revealed that Beatty took control of everything, including his diet. "She's been feeding me so much fiber that I now pass wicker furniture," Conway joked. Even before they made it romantic, Conway and Beatty had a close and strong relationship. Conway said he confided in her about things he never told his close friends. But even in their marriage, they remained thick as thieves. Charlene Beatty said her marriage with Tim Conway was perfect. After a happy marriage of 35 years, Beatty and Conway were separated by death. Conway died in May 2019 at his Los Angeles home at 85 years old. Beatty had an interview with People and looked back at the time she shared with her late husband. The widow said she remembered Conway as funny and kind. Over 3 decades of marriage, and Beatty said her husband was a true gift. While People say nothing perfect, Beatty shared that she felt that she and her husband were truly meant to be. "We were just one mind and heart. It was 35 years of heaven," she added. Another thing Beatty loved about her husband was how much of a devoted father and husband he was. She said he always instilled the value of family in his children. As an award-winning comedian, being funny was not only a way to make money for Conway, but also helped him overcome difficult moments in life. Therefore, Beatty said Conway taught his children how humor could help them get through horrific experiences. He didn't use his comedic skills to downplay his feelings, but being funny was also a way to heal. Lastly, Beatty adored how humble her husband was about his fame. She said he would always be shocked at the number of people lined up to watch his shows. Even the standing ovation surprised him. Beatty stated that Conway did not let fame get to his head and affect his family. Therefore, Beatty said she wanted her husband to remember her as a funny, kind, and humble guy. She couldn't leave out how funny he was because it was part of his entire being, said Beatty. Conway managed to build generations of fans, and his wife couldn't have been more proud.